How's it going, all you beautiful people? Can we talk a little bit about Ascended Hero prices? I feel like Ascended Hero prices are going insane right now. I took a look earlier, and here are some of the numbers. An Ascended Heroes Pokemon Center ETB is currently around $390. And this ETB came out a little over a month ago on February 20th. This ETB sold for $60 and it's worth $390 now. That's a 550% increase from what it was sold for on Pokemon Center to market price now. A 550% increase in a little over a month. That's just crazy to me. Even the ETB, the regular ETB isn't as crazy, but the regular ETB is currently going for about $120 right now. MSRP of an ETB is $50, so that's a 140% increase from MSRP to market. And it's only been a little over a month. Both the Pokemon Center ETB and the regular Ascended Heroes ETB came out on February 20th. Even the cards are going crazy. The Dragonite, or the Gengar, is over $1,000. The Dragonite is almost $700. The Forest Pikachu is $550. The Gold Charizard is $440. The Pink Pikachu is $340. The Gold Dragonite is $300. The Team Rocket's Mewtwo is $280. There's so many other cards that have good values in this set. So there's a lot of cards in this set that have a good value too. And it just makes me think, like, are these prices justified? The fact that a Pokemon Center ETB is already $390 to me is kind of crazy because it's only been a little over a month. I know Ascended Heroes is a really good set. Ascended Heroes has a lot of really popular Pokemon. Gengar's a really popular Pokemon. Dragonite's a really popular Pokemon. Same with Pikachu and Mewtwo, and they're all in this set. So I understand that the set was going to do well. But the fact that the Pokemon Center ETB is already at $390, 550% over what it was so far on Pokemon Center, and an ETB is already $120, it's just crazy to me. I don't know if it's just... I know that the whole Pokemon market is going crazy, but is the Ascended Heroes prices justified? I personally think that they currently are in today's Pokemon landscape. I think if you were to look at the Pokemon atmosphere landscape a year ago, to have an ETB at $120 and staying steady and a Pokemon Center ETB being at $390 and climbing, I mean, that would just be unheard of. But I think in today's just whole Pokemon ecosystem, unfortunately, I do think that the prices do make sense because, one, we're not going to get any more Ascended Hero Pokemon Center ETBs. Actually, we might get another drop. There was, I think, 2 drops of Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETBs. And with the Ascended Heroes Pokemon Center ETBs, they did cancel a whole bunch of orders, trying to cancel orders from botters. I don't really know how Pokemon Center goes about it, but a lot of people did have their Ascended Heroes Pokemon ETBs canceled, which I do think it's a good thing. Like, if you are a person that has many bots and bypasses the system and gets 20 orders delivered to your house, I think it's good on Pokemon for actually caring about trying to combat botting, just because a lot of sites really don't care about that. They kind of release a product, botters get all the goods online, and then the people that are doing it manually aren't really able to get it. But for example, the Ascended Heroes Pokemon Center ETB, I think it was on their site for hours. It was actually on there for a long time because they're not only combating botters to getting the product, they're also combating botters in canceling their product. And I think that is helping people bot less. But going back to the prices are just insane. I feel like Ascended Heroes prices are going crazy, and I don't know if this is just going to be the new norm of a good set. We'll see, because Perfect Order is officially releasing on Friday. Perfect Order isn't a really strong set, so I don't think the prices are going to go anywhere near Ascended Heroes. But we'll see how the prices of Perfect Order are going to be, because initially I thought that Perfect Order products at least a couple months back before the market started really booming this year, I thought that Perfect Order wouldn't do as well because it's not a very popular product with not a popular Pokemon. I mean, their main Pokemon is Zygarde. There's like Starmie and other Pokemon, and I know they're not very popular Pokemon that people like to collect. So I thought that there would be a chance that Perfect Order products would hit close to MSRP on the secondary market, but I don't really think so anymore. I don't think any Pokemon product will get close to MSRP, at least in today's climate, only because it's so hard to currently get product. I don't know if anyone has tried to get product recently, just any product, but I feel like every single time I hear that there's like a restock somewhere, Target this, Best Buy this, Barnes and Noble this, Walmart this, if you're not there within the next 10-20 minutes of them restocking, you're probably not going to get anything other than maybe some 2-pack blisters for $13.99 over MSRP with just 2 packs in them. Things like that might sit for an hour or two, but even then, if you're not there somewhat soon, even those will sell out. So that is why I do think that Ascended Hero prices are justified, just because the market is booming. It's so hard to get Ascended Hero products. I don't know if you've ever tried specifically getting Ascended Hero products, but it's just so hard, especially in ETB. I like, not many stores have that many ETBs, but for example, a lot of people know that Best Buy is gonna restock an ETB around my area on Friday. They know roughly how many units are gonna come out. And once people know that, they're already in line the night before at 10 p.m. By 2 a.m. there's probably enough people online where if you're not in line, you're not going to get an ETB. So this is why I think the price is justified, just because it's really hard to get product. I know that Pokemon is going to print a lot of Ascended Heroes, just like they printed a lot of Prismatic Evolutions, but we'll see if that really affects the prices, because it kind of held down Prismatic Evolutions, all the printing last year, where Prismatic Evolutions didn't go up a ton in price last year. But once the printing died down a little bit, I mean, Prismatic Evolutions went up a whole bunch. So we'll see what happens to Ascended Heroes. We'll see how much they're able to print. I know Ascended Heroes booster bundles are going to be released next month. That should help with getting more packs out there. So we'll see if that affects the prices of Ascended Hero products. But at least at this point, in how hot the Pokemon market is, I do think that Ascended Hero products are priced correctly, and that's crazy to say because the Pokemon Center ETB is $390, and that's just crazy. But we'll see. A lot of people have different opinions, but like I say in a lot of my other videos, you can have a lot of opinions based on what you want, based on your just opinions on things, based on logic and other things going on. But one thing is for sure, data doesn't lie, so we'll kind of see the data. I mean, I'm going to be tracking the price of Ascended Heroes just personally, seeing if it goes up, seeing if it goes down, see the price trends, and we'll really see what happens in the next couple of months with Ascended Heroes. But at least in this moment, with how hot Pokemon market is, I do think, unfortunately, Ascended Heroes is properly priced, and we'll see where it goes from there. But let me know what you think in the comments about what you think about Ascended Heroes. Do you think that Ascended Heroes should be valued, their ETB should be valued at $120, the Pokemon Center ETB should be valued at $390? If you think so, why do you think so? If not, why do you think they shouldn't? And this isn't really a thing of like what you want, because I know that a lot of people do want prices to go down in the secondary market so that they can get products easier. But it's more of if you think that these prices are justified. And that's just what I was thinking about earlier. So I decided to get on and just talk a little bit about it. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Ascended Heroes as a set, about the prices of it in the secondary market, what you think of the prices are what you think the prices are gonna go in the next couple of months. And yeah, I'm just curious to see what you think. But I really appreciate you watching this video. If you watched this video up to this far, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so that I can join the YouTube partner program. That's like one of the first steps you need to join it. There's some other criteria that you need, but without 100 subscribers, you can't. That's kind of the starting point, so that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm kind of far away. I'm at 300 something subs, so it is a long-term goal. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Everything is TCG Collectors House. And I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube, follow me, like the video, drop a comment because it really does help with the algorithm. But only do it if you liked watching the video. I don't want you to do it just to do it. Like, only do it if you genuinely enjoyed watching and want to see me make more content or want to see my future videos. So I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.